conceptual perspective, things people talk about a desire to be successful. All of the elements they think, intelligence, expertise. Hey, how much am I willing to give up and commitment, and are not committed to the struggle, acquiescing to the struggle, they're committed.
Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace dropping in on you on this Monday morning. I hope that everyone has gotten their day and their week off to a good start. Remember that no matter what is going on now, if you're not happy with it, you have the power to change it. And that is so important in life, whether you're talking about business, whether you're talking about relationships, whether you're talking about your finances. There's no such thing as a lot in life. You choose your lot in life through your thinking, through your approach, through the lens through which you view life or your paradigm. It's up to you to make the necessary adjustments and make sure that you're on course. Before I get started, I want to remind you, if you haven't gotten my 20th book, which is Critical Mass, The Phenomenon of Next Level Living, which is also the first book in a 6-book series, that's on personal development, personal enhancement, dealing with self-concept and confidence. You really need to click the link, go get the book. The beautiful thing is we're about to release my 21st book, which is the second book in the series, I Am, and you can actually buy that in a bundle at that same link. You have a choice of just getting Critical Mass or getting the bundle, and check that out. Also, if you have ever wondered what it's like working with someone who is a life strategist, that does what I do, and you see me, you hear about me, you've seen a few videos, maybe somebody's mentioned one of my books or whatever, but you're saying, what's the big deal? Here's a chance to find out at no cost to you. You can now fill out the questionnaire that's also in the description box. Email it to the address. My support team will get back with you, find out what your availability is, and schedule it. Schedule a session with me. This 30-minute breakthrough session is phenomenal. You will be surprised what a focused 30 minutes can produce. And when you see what a focused 30 minutes can produce, then you are aware of what you can do if you consistently invest in yourself and have a process through which you can simplify and simplify your life and empower yourself. So all of that's in the description box. Find something that you think you would enjoy, think you would benefit from, and take advantage of it. That's how you got to invest in you, time-wise, energy-wise, effort-wise, the seeking of knowledge, wisdom. Invest in your business, invest in your knowledge, invest in your personal enhancement. That is absolutely necessary. Anyway, now moving on to today's topic again. I'm not going to be before you long, but I think that what I have to share with you will be powerful. Today's topic is the importance of business literacy. Business literacy is defined as being able to understand the concept of business, understand certain terminology within the concept of business. Is not necessarily only the technical vernacular, so to speak, of talking about businesses. It's not just understanding what customer intel means. It's not just only understanding what a marketing analysis is. It's not only understanding what a burn rate is. And all of these other things that have to do with promoting your business, building your brand, expanding yourself in reach, customer service, intelligence, and understanding that. It's about understanding the dynamic of business. And we are in a world now where the biggest part of business literacy now is being able to actually learn, unlearn, and relearn as the industry evolves. The industries around the world globally are evolving at an exceptionally rapid rate. Whereas you could learn something as far as marketing and branding, customer engagement and things of that nature, engaging your target audience, whatever, 25 years ago, 15 years ago even, you could learn that and it was good for a while. Now what works this week may not even work next week. And you have to be able to understand how it's changing and be able to adapt to it and relearn what's working and use it to your benefit and be ready to discard it when it stops working. And that's where you get ahead. And where people really win in business literacy on that level is being able to be ahead of the curve, see what's coming before it gets there and be one of the first to be out in front of it and then benefit from it. You're going to optimize that trend. You're going to optimize that new way of engagement, that new way of dealing with metrics and data and presentations and everything like that, especially customer engagement, because it's rapidly changing thanks to social media. Primarily, the way you engage your target audience is definitely evolved over the last 10 years, and it's rapidly evolving, and the rate at which it's evolving is increasing. And so what worked last year does not necessarily work this year, and if it does, it doesn't work as nearly as good as it did last year, and there's something out there working better. And so you got to be on top of it. But in understanding business literacy, it allows you to understand opportunities, because everything is not going to be spoken in common terms or lay terms. There are going to be things out there. I mentioned some of the terms. It's your responsibility as an aspiring entrepreneur or as an existing entrepreneur to get out there and actually understand what's going on in your world. Understand specifically what's going on in your industry and in your target market, because how your customers are behaving is going to have a certain talk, a certain terminology, a certain vernacular. How the market moves is going to have a certain terminology, and you need to understand it. But beyond the technical vernacular, what's more important is being able to understand what makes your business move, what's driving the industry, what's driving the need for what it is you provide. And I'm big on need versus want. You know, there are some things that I provide that people want, but I look for what people need. I'm looking to solve a problem for people, because when you have a solution to a problem, an issue that has become in some way enigmatic or something that drives a need, and they don't necessarily have the understanding, or even if they have the understanding, they don't know how to apply it, then you come in with a solution to meet the need. The need always transcends the want. Now, you get some stuff that people want and you promote it right, you brand it right, you make it huge, then people will show up. But that's not guaranteed. It'll roll in trends. One of the biggest examples right now is what's going on with this big wave as far as Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. You can look now. Chick-fil-A has always had lines backed up. That's been their thing. But you look, there are a lot of pictures now, people standing literally in lines that are running around and wrapping around the Popeyes establishment outside. And that's not something you see. That is something that probably won't continue. Why? Because it's a want. You don't need that sandwich. It's a hot thing now. Everybody's talking about it. You got to see what it's about. Human nature is driving you. Inquisitive nature is driving you. So you're trying to see what it's about. Is it really as good? But those things happen. And you got to understand when they happen, how you respond to them, because there are other businesses now capitalizing on that trend because they understand what that means. In other words, there are people out there who make t-shirts that have used this to create t-shirts that are going to sell just for a minute. They're not going to create enough inventory to stretch over. They're saying maybe this trend will last another 2 weeks or so, and maybe even a month. So I'm gonna put it out there. Then there's other people that are sitting up and they have their little small businesses and they have their own personal version of a chicken sandwich, and it may even be better than Popeyes, but even if it's not, they're gonna sell it at. I even seen a guy, literally, I seen the video where the guy is at the Popeyes where people are in line, and he's got their sandwich and his sandwich, and he's showing them the difference. He say, man, we're right over here. We're right over here. Just look at this. And he's showing them, and he's literally inside Popeye's then. After he talks to the people in the line, he goes to the drive-thru and talks to the people in the drive-thru. Then he goes to the line, and he works his way up the line until he gets inside. He talks to the people inside. He makes an announcement in there. He dances around the store, showing the difference and everything like that. And I'm assuming at some point they ask him to leave, but it never shows on the video I saw. What it shows is him hyping his thing up and taking he's never going to be able to service the amount of volume they're servicing, but he is going to be able to get some of their clients, some of their customers that are coming in solely based off the heat, because he's going to come in and he's going to hype what he's got. He's going to tell them, why they should get his. And there are going to be some people that look at it and say, man, that does look good, because I'm watching him do it. And if he only picks up 10 people in that exchange, and I'm pretty sure he did better than that, but if he only picks up 10 people, that's 10 people he didn't have. Say if the sandwich is $5, that's $50 that he didn't have, and I'm pretty sure there are other things going on. He's probably got signage up and a whole bunch of other things. And so that's understanding that trend at that moment, and you can make money like that. But you also have to have this long-term plan that is highly flexible. And when I say flexible, it means that you can learn something, unlearn it, and relearn the next thing, and it doesn't trip you up. You don't get caught. One of the biggest things that happened when this trend started, and it was a technology trend, even before social media hit, there was a technology trend. And there was some there were some businesses who were big businesses that everybody loved that didn't catch on, that was so rooted in what they were that they didn't catch on and are now out of business. One of the big ones I can think about is Blockbuster Video and Hollywood Video. Blockbuster Video used to be packed. Everybody going in, renting movies, getting popcorn, getting candy, and going home for what is now, either Netflix and chill or Amazon Prime or what's some of the other streamers out there. But you had those. You got those now, so you don't need to rent. Now, what I saw with Redbox is they caught on, because Redbox was another thing that pushed before there was Amazon Prime and Netflix and all that. Redbox was the one that was pushing the big move that got Blockbuster on pretty much shut down. Is that you can go just to the box, pay $1, rent it, take it back, and it's cheaper. They're almost at every store, and they even at McDonald's. And so, hey, it is what it is. But then Redbox say, man, they're trying, this streaming thing is trying to push me out of the box. So they decided to start streaming. So now you can get Redbox. You can get Redbox on your TV. We use smart TV. We don't have cable or anything like that. We stream everything, and you can get almost everything that you can get through cable or satellite now streaming. So we stream it, and we have Redbox. We go on, we rent what we want. If we can't find something on any of these channels we got, we'll go rent what we want. Never leave the house if we don't want, or whatever. And so they caught on. That's the difference between Redbox and Blockbuster. The same thing with your business. You have to be aware. You have to be knowledgeable of how things are moving in your industry and what's driving the movement and where that is taking the market. And if you can be a student in that area, what you're going to be able to do is get ahead of some of those trends and be the biggest winner in the trend. Some people get on the trend after they see it's a trend. Some get on the back end of the trend and barely gain anything. Some people are the trend setters. Some people are literally the ones that ignite or drive the trend. And that's what you have to learn how to do. And that's what's going to determine your success. The level of your literacy is going to determine your success. In any area, whether you're talking about original or traditional literacy, or whether you're talking about financial literacy, or you're talking about success literacy, which is a part of what we're talking about now, simply understanding how to learn, unlearn, and relearn. It all drives success. the level of your literacy in all of those areas are going to determine how well you do. So that's what I have for you today. Don't forget, if you haven't gotten critical mass, get it. If you want to learn, if you want to find out what it's like to work with me, what the hoopla is about, fill out the questionnaire, send it in to the designated email address. The support team will get back with you, schedule an appointment with me, and we'll have that breakthrough session. And it's on me. That's the beautiful thing about it. It's on me, and I'm having a ball doing these. I do a lot of things and I engage people in a lot of ways, but my passion and my greatest joy is working with people one-on-one. With that being said, I'm going to get off of here. As I always say, live your life on full so that you die on E. You guys have a great day.
From a conceptual perspective, people talk about success. All of the elements they think, intelligence, expertise.
What other doors could they close?
Hey, how much am I willing to give up and commitment, and are not committed to the struggle, acquiescing to the struggle, they're committed